Commence combat preparations.
Oh, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Did I turn off the music? I'm not even sure anymore. There we go. Left-hand side is going to be the Cho'gall Angels. We got a Varian, Zul, Li Ming, Andu, and Vala. And over on the right-hand side, it's going to be Boogans forever. We'll be seeing that Sergeant Hammer, Chen, Deathwing, Liork, and Whitemane. Map number 1 in our first best of 3 of the day. We've also got a gamble for all of you at home, and that's going to be how many auto attack stacks for Vala. She's going into Krita the Hunter level 1, so we'll throw 5 minutes on that bad boy and let you all decide on what this is going to be, as we are here in Nexus Division, one of the highest divisions of NGS, so this is unrestricted MMR. A little bit of poke damage coming in currently, but not going to be seeing anything major at the start when it comes to any sort of threat on health bars. Non-champion taking a few autos. What's up, Anton White? Good to see you. Happy Thursday to you. You're just in time for map number 1, our first best of 3 of the day, as that is Smork Killer getting dove on by Chen, but Chen is going to be the one to go down. First blood goes over the side of Cho'gall Angels, as Vala continues to supply auto attacks into non-champion, picking up a few extra stacks. Is currently sitting on 19 out of the total 300 available. Zul pops, I was gonna say, it's not Backlash. Oh, it is Backlash. Yeah, Backlash Zul will be activated. Forces Kala out of the top lane. Kriz over here on the Li Ming rotates up as well. Helps clear things out. Pokes up at the fort front gate. Meanwhile, Bummernot in bottom lane. Sergeant Hammer is making work of these waves, zoning Varian back, who's currently trying to pick up a few free stacks off his level 1 on that Lion's Maw. Meanwhile, Bummernot sets up again, and this is some decent damage onto the fort front gate. The advanced artillery at level 1, increasing the siege mode splash damage to 60% of the basic attack damage, and increases its splash radius by 25%, as Varian over here getting a little bit low, 260 HP. Li Ming trying to throw some attacks out here and there, and it looks like Izek is tanking a few shots, but that is a little too much damage. Bummernot does open things up quite a bit. And Li Ming is going to force back this Sergeant Hammer, now nowhere near level 7 for that hover siege value. Still poking at the Varian, who did get some heals from this Anduin rotating in. Looks like the Sergeant Hammer will be able to boost away. Alright, Gamble's still up and available, and we got 2,000 on 250 or more, 7,300 on 249 or less. Nice odds to play. Taunt Variant will be activated. I think he was looking at the Chen right there. Don't think you can really taunt a Deathwing, as this is an invade onto the camp on the bottom right, and it looks like Sergeant Hammer will have to unsiege and back away, the camp given away to the enemy team.
We've redesigned our trigger protectors for combat in the Nexus.
Alright, Deathwing with a little bit of Molten Flame to clear out the wave. Liork is on Consumed Vitality and Ghastly Reach. Flying Kick Chen level 4, synergistic with the level 1 once it does finish out. Zul is looking like he's going to go into the Curse Strike build. Deathwing backing away slowly. Li Ming going to pick up that Triumvirate. So fairly standard builds across the board. Nothing really major to note. Regenerative Biosteel, yeah. I guess Regenerative Biosteel over Siege Tactics, but don't really think they need the Siege. I mean, Siege Tactics would be nice. You have that cleanse in case Zul comes through with a Bone Prison, but realistically, you got the Intercession from Whitemane. Oh, not yet. Level 7. But either way, I don't think Sergeant Hammer's too worried about a Zul route, because realistically, if he steps up, he's just going to be tanking so much damage from Sergeant Hammer, so... Not a bad call so far, as we have 1-0 in kills. Cho'gall Angels in the lead currently, as the Earth Shadow from non-champion zones Root Beer guy a little bit, trying to throw some Divine Stars out. Heal up to full as 7 talent tier rolls on through for Cho'gall Angels. Boogans forever going to pick up their own 7s in just a moment here. Alright. Continued channel over here in the mid lane for the side of Boogans forever. 10 talent tier almost here. Li Ming going to be picking up Seeker Missiles at level 7. No Calamity. What's up, Tom? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're having a good Thursday, bud. Seems like this will be given over from Boogans Forever for the time being. They'll go soak up some waves, they'll go push things out, maybe grab a camp or two, and then re-engage around the objective area. I was hoping Cho'gall Angels would play a Cho'gall. Random, I'm right there with you. That is one of the two reasons I picked up this matchup. The other is Boogans Forever. Hope all is well. I got family visiting right now. We had a nice dinner last night. We watched a little bit of Cutthroat Kitchen. They're gonna go ski a little bit today, and then later on we're gonna get pizza and hang out. So it's been a good time. I'm excited to have them visiting. Varian does go down. Leoric finds that kill. There's the root onto the Sergeant Hammer as she will be picked off. That's a reset for Li Ming, but Chrisinator is going to be mopped up by Leoric. Unfortunately for the side of Boogans Forever, they will lose the objective, and non-champion taps well and flies up to the sky. Yeah, they're going to be here for like 10 days or something. So, got a bunch of fun stuff planned. It'll be a good time. By the way, for anyone wondering, on our gamble currently, which is 6,500 to 7,300, close that up, it is going to be 66 stacks, or 67, 68 for Vala. Working her way through. She's got one stack. She hasn't died yet, right? Yeah. She has not died, so she's full gambit. Objective phase is going to be cleared out here. Gets some siege in mid, opens up the fort front gate as well in top. 10 talent tier here. Rain of Vengeance, Light Bomb, Wave of Force. We got a Poison Nova, and Varian will be looking at a Shield Wall. Light Bomb going in. That's a great double stun onto the members of Boogans Forever. Whitemane will activate her Scarlet Crusade as the Poison Nova from Zul comes out. A nice Entomb from Leoric allows non-champion to use that Molten Flame, but they just lose their Deathwing. Li Ming is going to find a pop-off right now, and she's going to get the triple kill for the side of Cho'gall Angels. As a Wandering Keg from Chen is activated, trying to split Varian, but the Leap of Faith from Anduin is good. And triple kill picked up by the members of Cho'gall Angels. They take down top lane fort with this momentum. Orcus respawn in the battle. He's going to immediately try and get some Drain Hope value. Chen flying kicks in. Varian does go down. A Rain of Vengeance dropped by Smork Killer, who's looking to back away. Leoric lands the Drain Hope on Root Beer Guy, and I don't know if he's got enough in the can to be able to back away. Deathwing's going to land on top of Anduin. And can the Alliance back away? The slow from Leoric is good. The flying kick from Chen may have been unnecessary. But Chen, he pops the stagger. Li Ming is unable to get an Arcane Orb into the Chen, who had stagger damage. And he's able to wander his way out of this engagement. Nicely done from the Panda Bud. 13 regeneration globes from him. Should be able to pick one up off of... Oh, I thought there was one in mid. Never mind. Actually, there is one in mid. But he'll be rotating down to bottom to soak up. Leoric to goes to top lane. And Hypercarry Sergeant Hammer composition is not looking too bad for the side of Boogans Forever. Just checking things. Sorry. Alright, that's fine. Hammer will be finishing out this camp here. As a reminder, we are going to be doing coverage for the Captain's Draft for the Banshee Cup 2, or Banshee Cup Season 2. That Captain's Draft is happening on Sunday at noon PST, 20 CET, I believe, or PDT, because we did change time zones in America. So we're actually currently at least for me, it's an 8-hour difference rather than a 9. So I believe, if everything goes as planned, and Rob Paris is going to update me on this, the Captain's Draft will happen at noon West Coast time, or 3 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States. On Sunday, we'll do some coverage for that. We'll look at the teams, all that good stuff. There was voting. Did you get your application in, Baha? Oh, for GDQ? No. So I looked at the job application stuff, and it all seems easy. And then I was making a joke in Discord. They want me to write a cover letter, and I was like, oh, I hate cover letters. But Crush actually gave me like a really good response, so I'm gonna write up a cover letter after stream today and get my application into GDQ for that volunteer coordinator position. It's seriously, everything about it is up my alley. It's like, it's what I used to do in CCO. It's herding cats and organization. I can do that pretty well. So, I'm gonna double check my resume as well. I'm gonna make sure that I got Jules on there, and I'm gonna hit up Jules again and just make sure that she's cool with me having her on my resume. Because she was like the one person I worked very close with at Wisdom, so if anyone is a good reference, it is her. So either way, 14 to 14, 6 to 5 in our kills. Zool's about to respawn as he was ganked in bottom lane, as we were talking about GDQ applications. Varian finishes out his level 1. He does have Mortal Wound, level 13, or Mortal Strike. That's 40% healing reduction for 4 seconds. And that is procced off of his trait, which we'll take a look at that in a second because the team fight still is breaking out in top lane. Zool rotates down to bottom to deal with Chen. A little bit of poke onto Sergeant Hammer. Kalavoth is able to zone for the time being. Varian charges in. Another Mortal Wound applied. He's going to be able to pop his shield wall, get some heals from Anduin. Smork Killer vaulting around, trying to keep that Hatred active, but I do believe it expired. I think that was what that purple bar was underneath? No, okay, that was something else. Entomb from Leorc lands on it too. There's going to be a Molten Flame that does take down Varian, and the raid boss will be able to take out the puny Alliance man. Right, Deathwing's a raid boss. I'm not wrong on that. I don't know, my World of Warcraft lore is horrible. Leoric AFK at core. Just kidding. He's getting full health. Leaving is trying to find combos into Deathwing. He's able to wiggle his way around all this, which is kind of surprising as he is one of the larger models in Heroes of the Storm. You don't know. Someone in chat usually... Oh! A Kaimo Cleanse comes through as the flying kick from Chen will take down. It's actually... Whitemane gets the kill onto Zool there, but Chen will be traded. Scarlet is Aegis activated in case Bummernaut was hit by that stray Arcane Orb. Non-champion getting low here, and Vala with Manticore is going to run down Deathwing. 142 stacks for her, as now Kalavoth is trying to back away from Chrisinator, and somehow that Spectral, or that Drain Hope didn't connect. Good slow. Leap of Faith forced out. Thundercats is low. One more auto from Vala will confirm the kill, and she picks up her 150th stack. Fluffy G's. Thank you for the Bandit Redemption. We'll do that after this game. Multi-stage raid boss. Deathwing is a raid boss. Hey, Cyrus, what's up, bud? Vala finds a kill into Leoric as we're talking about raid boss lore, and Varian continues to hold the top lane channel. 162 stacks for Vala, 4 stacks for the Anduin Piercing Light. Chen's done with his level 1, which means he's got that synergy to level 4. We've got the Subjugation and Shared Punishment, 13-16 combination for Whitemane. Leoric is going to go Ominous Wraith Row Focus combo. You've got Conflagration and Wicked Inferno, and you also have Infernus level 7, so Deathwing is going to be burninating the enemy team if they stand in the flame a little too long. So, Triglav B, control point B. Triglav B, control point B, sorry. Second Triglav of the game will be coming through top lane. Looks like they want to focus in onto the keep since the gate is already taken down. Deathwing raid is pretty spectacular experience, one of the best in WoW. Oh! My neighbor tells me about how his brother-in-law, I believe, had, ages ago was, the first one to, beat it super quick or something. He does a very bad job explaining it because he doesn't know everything about it, so he, vaguely explained it to me, and I was like, oh, cool, nice. So, I'll have to literally ask his brother when he comes up here every, 2 or 3 years, just shows up. He's so big that you ride on his back to fight him. That's actually really cool. Okay, well, 20 talents here, gonna roll in just a second. 10 to 7 in our kills currently. And about to have Bell and Roroff cooldown. Chen Wandering Keg. Lyric's about to have Entomb. My mouse is doing something weird today. I think I need to, uninstall and reinstall this mouse. I think something weird happened with IQ. Probably part of the server first guild to kill. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, yeah. I know it was it was a big deal that they did it, and I remember it was the way he describes it I'm doing a horrible job of that. Is that it was around the time of the release. It wasn't like one of those things where they have the race to first, because I don't know if the race to first was a thing back then. I know it's a thing nowadays. Like, don't they put out a patch and like they do like a race to first? The first person to like beat the expansion. IQ is just bad. I don't think it's bad. It just sometimes doesn't want to be IQ. I don't know. For me, like, IQ works about 80% of the time. I have like an issue maybe here and there, and that's not me just saying it because they're a sponsor. I think a lot of people overly hate IQ as well. It's like pineapple on pizza. Someone told you to hate it, so now you do. Draxus is going to go down after activating a Poison Nova. Izik maybe falls here. I don't. Oh, good cleanse. It's the Brew, but the Li Ming Arcane Orb will come through. Christinator is going to try and get another reset. Kalavoth is getting low on this Leoric. Wraith walks through the enemy, 20 HP, but the Repulsion Wave of Force is going to get that reset for Li Ming. Deathwing Cataclysms and also throws out a Molten Flame to try and zone back Christinator. White Mane doing their best. Trying to zone back the enemy. Bummer not doing exactly the same thing. No 20 talents here on the right-hand side, so no Ultra Capacitors for this Sergeant Hammer, which would be really nice for the defense. But hey, they only lose a keep. They, of course, lose a few kills. They don't have 20 still, but it's... The hold is in place. The hold has happened, and no loss of health onto the core. Control Point C, everyone knows, ends the game. No other fact around it. You've had problems after updates? Yeah, I mean, I could say that about a lot of programs too. I mean, I've had problems with OBS after updates. I've had, like, OBS literally change all my audio sources, change my camera sources. I had a Elgato face cam, because Elgato has cameras, and that's what I use for all three of my cameras. I had an Elgato face cam update, and that literally, like, deleted every camera. Not deleted the camera, but, like, rearranged all my camera location stuff in OBS. I've had Windows updates, which we all know loves to change your audio, so it's one of those things. Like, I'd say in the past I've had more issues with IQ updates than in the last, like, year and a half. Like, the last year and a half has not been too bad for IQ updates. New York is able to Wraith walk out. Big repulsion from Li Ming right there. She won't be able to get a reset. A repulsion just adds range and knockback. There's no damage, right? Knockback distance and increase the cast range. Yeah, okay. When it works, it's good. Sometimes it just sits there and I need to restart either the app or on my PC to get it to... Yeah. Rarely I have to restart my PC, but, like, if I kill and restart IQ, that's usually the fix. Like, I have buttons on the side of my keyboard where I can easily...
We're dead.
And if that doesn't work, then I restart IQ, and it usually is fine. But Kalavoth in bottom lane with the Burning Despair level 20. Wandering Keg from Chen inside the Entomb. You know what? It's... I don't know what we call that. Fish in a barrel? Traxxas goes down as well. That's not a good analogy, honestly. It's... What do you call that? A Wandering Keg inside of an Entomb. Ball in a box? Like, what kind of washing machine is that? That was really good from Boogans right there. That was really, really good from Boogans. Chad actually flying kicks in, trying to chase down Christinator here. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to give a reset over to Li Ming. Burning Panda in a cage? I don't think so. Pinball machine. You know, pinball machine is great, Thundercats. Did you just think of that, or is that what your team calls it? Because that was 10 out of 10. That's what we're calling it. Pinball machine, because it is like kind of like a pinball machine actually. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's brilliant. If you just thought of that, take the day off. You've earned it. Go get a pizza. Ooh, Zool is respawning. We've got a wave coming in through top lane. Someone's gonna need to go deal with that because this is not an end for Boogans forever here in map number 1. So Wave of Force from Li Ming, some repulsion value. All about this doing their best to Wraith walk out. A lot of damage on a Chrysinator, who is going to get hit with a Wandering Keg and does go down. Draxus once again slowed here, trying their best to back away. The core shielding on the side of Boogans Forever is starting to fall, but they're committed to the team fight. Committed to maybe ending off of this. Whitemane calls down the Scarlet Crusade, level 20. Varian goes down. That's Vala as well. And the minion wave was pushed back, even though there is no spawning catapults, so this is enough room to potentially end. Yeah, Sonya and Chen is washing machine. That's why I was like, I don't want to call it washing machine, because that is very unique and good. But pinball machine, 10 out of 10. Off the dome, Thundercats, take the day off, man. You've earned your Pi Day pizza. Just tell your boss some random guy on the internet said you can have the day off. And it looks like Boogans Forever. Ooh, are they gonna Finland? No, they're not going to. Alrighty, well, that'll be the end of map number 1. GG, well played over to the side of Boogans Forever. 13 to 15 in kills, and a nicely fought map number 1. See, done. Oh, would you look at that? How many stacks for Vala by end? She had 250 or more. She was at 254. I'm gonna tell my boss the Bahamut Gaming told me to skip out and get pizza. Heck yeah! I hope they. You should also tell them that. Did they know that if they have Amazon Prime, they've got Prime Gaming, and if they've got Prime Gaming, they've got one free sub here at twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming. Get yourself some ad-free viewing. Get yourself some amazing emotes. You support the good boy that is Bandit. You get. Push our sub goals up, and I have a deal with the John Cena. He'll deliver a close-handed slap to the face of Jeff Bezos. If you'd like to harass a billionaire today, use your Prime. Just also tell your boss that as well. I was watching Rav's stream, and he was in high silver, low gold. The enemy team had an Uther that just ran into towers on cooldown because he was mad about the draft. How would you describe that mental fortitude? I would say someone has the patient, has the, what's the word I'm looking for? Has the, has about as much maturity as a middle schooler. That's what I would say devastated. I would say that they have as much mental maturity and maturity as a human, being a human, as a middle schooler, in that they are very immature. It is they need to do some growing. They need to look inside, and they should probably stop playing HOTS because they're too young for TOS. That's how I would describe that. That's how I describe that. Someone who needs to grow up. And technically they shouldn't be playing HOTS because if you're in middle school, you're too young. Alrighty, let's run some ads and we'll get ready for our next map. Map number 2 is going to be Infernal Shrines, but as I said, let's run some ads. Now's a good time to remind you that if you don't want ads, be sure to subscribe. Otherwise, enjoy the ads. Alright, players did not swap sides. There's a Medivh. We know what we're doing. We see Medivh. We know exactly what we do with Medivh. So we'll wait for that block to finish out, and then we'll get going. Until then, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. We do have some frame droppage today, but it doesn't seem like it's affecting anyone. I don't know if anyone's had any sort of major issues. Probably your quality might have dropped, or maybe you had a buffer or two here and there, depending on how your settings are for Twitch. But if you're set to like auto, I'm sure it's not an issue whatsoever. If you're like set to a specific viewing rate, then maybe it messes up. Perma ban period is the only thing that'll get actual results. Is no consequences, especially when you have enough money. Yeah. Well, and like a lot of people like this, they have so much time on their hands. To them, investing in a new account, like raising account to level 50 to go troll people, like that's like a wise investment of their time, because there's no punishment to them. The worst case scenario is that you know, the heroes, the Blizzard bots ban that account, but that's never gonna happen. So yeah. And like even when you ban one account, that person's just gonna go make a new one, and to them, spending hours upon hours to build an account to 50 so they control other people, that's a good use of their time. And I circle back to the middle schooler analogy. I love the idea of IP bans. I love the idea of an IP ban, because then you have to do more. You have to jump through more hoops if you want to be an asshole on the internet. But IP bans are probably a lot more complex to do. And Blizzard has to use their money for their lawsuits. Blizzard can't spend the money on that kind of development. They gotta pay Bobby Kotick his severance package. You wish you had the time that trolls had? Yeah. I would do something really productive with my time, like full-time streaming. I'd also finish the book that I've been meaning to finish this book that I've been reading. It's just I've been so slow to read it. IP bans and hardware bans can be circumvented, though. No, absolutely, Kala. But what I was saying is that typically aren't those harder to circumvent? Like the person has to go through more steps. So while they can circumvent it, it still is more. They still have to go through more hoops, and I'm all for creating more hoops for those people. I'm all for it. I mean, there's always going to be some workaround, no matter what. Someone's always going to find a way to be an asshole. But if we can make it more difficult, then maybe they'll go be a ding dong in something else, you know? Like, oh man, I could spend all this time and play on like a VPN ping to just troll in this game, or I could go troll in this other game which doesn't have IP bans, you know? So that's the other way I'm looking at it too, is that the more hoops they have to jump through, they'll just go do something else that's easier. Probably protected by privacy laws, IP and/or MAC address ban should be a thing. Well, Walter, so you have the same color name as Lard. Walter, we shouldn't be banning people based on their preference of operating system. Like, we shouldn't be banning people just because they want to use Macintosh, okay? That's very rude. All right, the ads are done. Thank you for your patience. We'll do a Medivh prediction, but let's get into the game, and I'll write everything up and start us on out.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right. Gamble's up and available. Does Medivh finish baseline quest? Does Medivh finish Arcane Rift? On the left-hand side of our first best of 3 of the day, we are looking at Cho'Gall's Angels. We have a Gazlo, Johanna, Brightwing, Hanzo, and Maev. None of these are Cho'Gall. Don't know why you called yourself Cho'Gall Angels. That is a critical thing that I would like to ask of you. On the right-hand side, it's Boogans forever up in this best of 3 series. Thundercats will... Oh, excuse me. Stukov, Diablo, Medivh, Greymane, and Blaze. So I had to speed through the names there really quickly. As I mentioned, we got a gamble going on right now for the Arcane Rift level 1, and that is going to be, will he finish it or not? It's very, very simple. Now, one thing to note, if you do not know, if Medivh dies before finishing his 40 stacks, he loses all the stacks. If you don't finish it, you lose it. More like Cho'Gall's Devils, I agree. It's the year of Linux. Ban instantly, go away. Thank you, Ashmantle. I appreciate it, bud. Good to see you today. Jump onto Smart Killer. Good Umbral Bind from this Maiev. She has that level 1, that Pursuit of Vengeance, so we might see a Spirit of Vengeance build. Might see Sudden Vengeance later on. Target practice for the Hanzo. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Christinator is a flawless technique enjoyer. It's plausible. Plausible. Johanna activates the Iron Skin as Kalavoth is able to get a Shadow Charge in. More frame droppage. Not sure if anyone's really noticing. It's like small chunks of frames. Like it's like a couple hundred frames every, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. So, as I said, if anyone could let me know if it's really affecting you, it's appreciated. Ooh, that's a big chunk right there. Yeah, might have to lower the bit rate down today. Really, really, really wish my internet issues would level out and be gone. But that's all we can do, is we can hope. It buffered for a second or two. All right. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Thanks, Zig. 24 stacks for Medivh currently. And we got a... All right, well. As I always say, if you know the results, you are welcome to gamble. Granted, if he finishes before the gamble finishes, I'm not going to cancel it. Y'all can play those. You can just dump channel points into that if you want. Steal whatever doubters put in. You're in the office with the service is doo-doo garbage. Okay. Well, at least I know it works in doo-doo garbage service. I mean, that's actually good feedback. Johanna looking to back away. Greymane dives in, finds the kill. First blood over to the side of Boogans forever. As we have 32 stacks on Medivh. Another kill as well into the Maiev. What's up, Mixon? You're just in time for map number 2 in our first best of 3 of the day. We're doing a bunch of NGS casting. And I also have a surprise game for all of you later on today. 3 stacks, though, done already by Hanzo. Let me check this really quickly. What does he got to hit? What does he already hit? Stukov 3 times, Blaze 3 times, but he's done with Diablo, Medivh, and Greymane. Not bad on that stackage. You missed Boogans game 1. Gotta rewatch. You know what? I'll just rewind it and recast it, Stark. Good morning, bud. I hope you're doing well. Not sure if you got the Final Fantasy stuff yesterday, but we did a little bit more of that. It's been fun. Is the surprise game Orc Massage? No, it's Orc Massage 2. Is the surprise game Elden Ring or ER? I actually did think about playing Elden Ring again today. I know we're playing Elden Ring tomorrow, and we're playing Mario Kart tomorrow, by the way. Mario Kart versus chat. But, I really want to play more Elden Ring. I don't know, I got such an Elden Ring itch right now. Oh, Medivh is 33 stacks currently. Non-champion looking comfortable, trying to finish out this baseline stackage. Smart Killer gets the pull over the wall with the Spirit of Vengeance. Johanna looking for a subdue stack right there, but she's dead. No sub done. 2 stacks, I believe, went over to Medivh for that. If it itches for more than 4 hours, you gotta call a doctor. It's been itchy since the day they announced the DLC, and I think that's the reason why. I haven't been as excited for something... Well, actually, I was really excited for Rebirth. I haven't been able to play a ton of it, but I've been loving it. Robine pulls Greymane in. Elden Ring is just so good. Yeah. We've been playing that on Fridays, so we're actually gonna do Nocturne City. I think we just got to I don't know, it's the city you can get to after you kill Radahn. So We killed Rykard, we killed Snake Man last, actually Tuesday, because hot servers were down, so we were just playing a bunch of Elden Ring. So we got a lot of stuff. I'm trying to do like a bunch of side questing and stuff that I never did in my original playthrough. We're also doing like bow sword build, and we have a summon as well to create some space so we can use more bow. Trying to kill bosses with the bow here and there, but there's just some bosses where I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like Radon, we killed with rot arrows, but I think Margit, Fate, the second Margit fight, Morgott? I never remember the pronunciation, but the second one of that we did with the sword because that with bow and arrow was just not happening. So, we've got an Arcane Punisher coming up in the top lane. Should be our second Punisher of the game. Greymane lunges on to the Hanzo, who's actually going to live with a couple hundred HP. Not even. 39 stacks, by the way, for Medivh, but it was like 60-something HP. Medivh trying to get that last Arcane Rift into the enemy. What if he died? Like, what if it was like Gravo Bomb, Polymorph, Dragon's Arrow, Blessed Shield? Why is Gazlowe in this game? I thought this was Nexus Division. As my friend who used to, I guess old friend in Masters, but anyways, I used to know a guy who played in Masters back in HCC days. And he always used to tell me that, he was like, Bahamut, there's no difference between Bronze and Grandmaster. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's a full...
Emotional damage!
Okay. It was... Thank you for that. He's like, it's just a full circle. Like, when you get to Masters, people are just drafting Murky because they've quote-unquote hit the top of the mountain, and they just want to play dumb, fun stuff. And I'm like, then just go play Quick Match, and then... Of course, it's like, well, quick match, you don't get to see your MMR go up and down. Would have been a sad bird. Well, you are not a sad bird, and it looks like non-champion has come through for the believers, and that will be Medivh stacks are done. We'll pay you out at the end of the game. As a, was that a Blessed Shield? It was. 57 seconds of cooldown attempted right there. Leyline Seal connecting onto 2. Dragon Strike from Chris gets some damage. Stukov gets a protection. Grabo Bomb pulls Blaze. He has the Pyromania active. Containment Disc onto our Diablo. And the Lightning Breath does continue. Smart Killer. Slowed down, but will be not taken out. Seven stacks on the Wizened Duelist. Diablo's able to get a little bit of push around and fire stompage through the enemy. Does have that Soul to Flame, but is full on souls. Level 7 from Johanna denying some healing, but it doesn't matter because Diablo goes right back in. Chrisinator once again getting away with a small amount of HP here. And our second objective phase is up and available at the top of the map, while wells are being tapped on the left for the Cho'gall Angels. I don't like to tell teams at this level of skill what to do, but I'm just saying, Cho'gall Angels, if that's your name, and you're not drafting Cho'gall, I think that's the issue. I'm no professional HOTS coach, but in my caster opinion, the reason. Anyways, 3-0 in kills, Containment Disc onto Diablo. It's 13 talent to your advantage. Gravo Bomb combo into Diablo. Containment Disc will auto activate right there. Blaze throws down an Oil Slick. No Ignite onto that immediately, just in case needed the slow. Greymane lunges back over to the objective phase while a Catapult Wave approaches the keep front gate. Gazlowe is going to go clear that out. Johanna, Medivh is bird form. I saw a red circle and I was like, did Medivh get caught out? Is he like, oh, I'm done with stacks. I need mana anyways. Brightwing goes down to the Blaze in mid. Leyline Seal to try and steal this camp away. Big lurking arm and... Well, my two cents to anyone playing against Boogans forever is don't let them have Medivh, because this is I mean, like I don't want to take away from Greymane or Stukov or Diablo. Like, everyone's playing really good, but I mean, yeah, you just don't give Boogans Medivh here. That was kind of Cho'gall Angels to give the camp. Yeah, that was really, like, that was super nice of them. Very, very charitable. We have Bobby Kotick fan club in EU still. They still have not changed their name. Well, that's because in EU, people think that they're really funny, but they're not. Got him! How many comedians do you see come out of EU, huh? Can confirm! I mean, there you go. Stark, who represents all of the United Kingdom, has agreed with me. Can I sue for false advertising? Yes, I believe every player from Cho'gall Angels needs to sub to the stream. Alrighty. We got our Arcane Punisher. We have a Fallen Shaman, 16 talent tier. Top lane is looking like a keep is achievable, but as we take stock around the map, we have Blaze still pushing bottom. The rest of the team for Boogans are focusing in on mid. It seems like they want to go for split pressure. They just want to open up the map even further. They're not committed to that hard pressure in top lane, which is a little surprising to me because of the 16 talent tier advantage. I would have thought they would have been kind of all in on that top, but seems like they want to go for mid right now. Drip Repulsion from Blaze gets a weird sort of angle off the side while Umbra bind on the non-champion, who gets inside the bunker, gets out, gets the portal, and we'll be able to bird up over here. Gets a healing pathogen from their Stukov. Dragon Strike from Hanzo zones. Kala getting chased right now by Hanzo, but I don't think this Diablo will go down. They're actually considering re-engaging. What's up, Be Crazy? Gazlo has managed top lane and Punisher got way less than I anticipated. I mean, they get the keep front gate, they get some damage onto the keep, but without the amplified siege, not a lot has been confirmed yet. And honestly, this mid lane is still taking forever. The hold and the defense from the side of Cho'Gall's Angels is really good. Kalavov gets a beautiful Force of Will, good healing pathogen as well. That'll be popped by Stukov. Portal set up, creating a little bit more space if needed, but the members of Boogans back away. Still, no kills to the side of Cho'Gall Angels as Greymane lunges in. Diablo goes in as well. Root Beer guy being pushed around. The Brightwing trying to back off. Thundercats with a lurking arm, growing infestation, and low blow. Level 13 has the It Hungers. Third Punisher of the game will be frozen for the mid lane, and this fort still a little bit below 50%. Oh, we had a Bandit redemption after last game. I apologize. Won't do it after this one. Completely slipped my mind. Spirit of Vengeance in. Unstoppable is going to deny that Umbral Bind. Nicely done from Diablo with a Lightning Breath right there. 90-second cooldown, but he'll zone back the enemy. No Umbral Bind will pull him, and taps well, looking for the re-engage here in mid lane. I'm still so surprised about that sort of, I guess, like, failure in Siege. Like, I was really expecting so much more from that objective top lane push and mid lane and everything. I thought they were going to get so much more value, but completely shut down. Nicely done. Leyline Seal, Dragon's Arrow, space created. Good jump repulsion from Blaze. Medivh still poking in. Does have that Temporal Flux level 16. 30 seconds on that timer already for Leyline Seal, and it's down to 16. Not exaggerating. That's how quick that, yeah, Medivh is a well-balanced and put-together hero. Because not only is Temporal Flux, basic attacks reduce the heroic ability cooldown by 3%, but each enemy hero hit by Arcane Rift reduces Medivh's heroic ability cooldown by 9%. That's a lot of math. That's a lot of math. Janna dead for 20 seconds. Thundercat steps into mid. No wave available. Tanks a few tower shots. Umbral Bind pulls Bummer not around. Greymane lunging in. The Impaler camp is here. They should confirm the mid fort finally. Containment disc on to Diablo as the Leyline Seal comes out as well from Medivh. No level 20. No Medivh cheats. Fort does finally fall. We got the Impaler camp here in bottom. Looks like Blaze is kind of hovering between mid and bottom, maybe looking to push things up or join with the allies, and I think it's actually going to be joining the allies. Gravel Bomb up in 2 seconds. Leyline Seal in 47, but that's kind of an arbitrary number because of, as I just described, Temporal Flux. Oh, was that Blessed Shield? Wow, Blessed Shield attempted from Johanna, not connecting onto the enemy right there as we take a look back into bottom lane. Impalers and Catapult shred through the keep front gate. Diablo's working on top lane wave. Camp over here is going to be grabbed. They want the 20 talents here, and they're going to step back into this. Now, they are giving over a lot of skeletal defenders, and it's 25 out of 40. Gazda with a big... with some big laser action here. Hellgate from Diablo. Grab a bomb pulls people in, but that's a lightning breath from Diablo coming out. Containment disc onto Medivh. Dragon Strike as he is silenced, trying to back away. The Frozen Punisher will be picked up by the side of Cho'Gall's Angels as the Leyline Seal goes out once again with the Medivh cheats. Greymane does go for the upgrade with the Unleashed level 20. Go for the Throat's damage is increased by 25%. If Go for the Throat kills its target, refund its mana and mana cost, and reset the cooldowns of Greymane's abilities. Fortified Bunker on the Blaze. Diablo, as I mentioned, Hellgate, and Controlled Chaos for the Stukov. Waiting on the level 20s for 2.5 levels for Cho'Gall's Angels for the time being. Maybe we see a camp invade, especially with Medivh floating above.
Blue team's Punisher has fallen.
Bro, it's Stark, what do you mean? It's more damage. I mean, what other talent would you take at level 20? Blunderbuss? Splash damage around an objective phase where there's a lot of units that you could splash onto with Blunderbuss? Pfft, why would you want that? That's ridiculous. Oh my god! I was joking. I was absolutely joking, dude. Flawless Technique? We have another Flawless Technique enjoyer? It's not just me and non-champion? Obviously, we're going to a map 3. Boogans should lose here. It's Flawless Technique. It only took me 2 levels to notice it. Hellgate in from Diablo. Protection from Medivh, Force of Will. We've got a good lurking arm and a go for the throat from the Greymane as the grab a bomb from Gazla will connect. A containment disc onto Diablo. Leyline Seal. Medivh has his cheats. He's going to throw that back towards Johanna, but no Jet Propulsion. No Medivh cheats. Leyline Seal connecting. Diablo going in with the Shadow Charge. There's an Overpower. Gazlo Explodium Charge will root him for a second, or stun him for a second. Once again going in. Jet Propulsion to follow up. Lightning Breath activated by Diablo. He gets a Force of Will from Medivh, and this bottom lane keep shall fall. Bummer was cooking this game and it worked? Wait, are you telling me Nexus Division players are so good they can cook a meal and play at the same time? That's ridiculous. What are you, like, playing with your feet and cooking with your hands? Traxxas is getting low here. Nice Explodium Charge, creates a bit of space. Leyline Seal from Medivh. Lurking Arm thrown out as well. That's just about it. About a level to go for the side of Cho'Gall's Angels. Looks like we'll see a disengage from the side of Boogans forever as Mortar Punisher will be available for the bottom lane next. Consistent catapult pressure up against, well, nothing. Don't talk about playing with your feet live on stream. I gotta be careful. Twitch doesn't like gingers. Yeah, that's right.
Gathers power. Claim it in my name.
Good to see another Flawless enjoyer. I agree. Quality talent for quality players. That's not a meme. That's just my opinion. Chug down a cup of tea already. God dang. Oh, some good tea today. All right, Shrine activating. 19 stacks on Wizened Duelist, if you're wondering. Has Johanna been discovered here? Phase Shift from Brightwing is going to come through. Dragon Strike from Hanzo is pretty big. The miniature black hole answered by a Bunker of Blaze. Lightning Breath from Diablo is pretty good here. Smork Killer able to get away. Diablo tries to close the distance with the Shadow Charge in, but he's going to focus in onto... I think it's Johanna, but she's dead. Oh, ow. Yeah, she dead. Christenator will fall as well. Tries to step into their own Dragon Strike for the hopes of zoning back the enemy, but enemy health bar is just a little too healthy. Diablo uses a mini to close the distance on the Root Beer guy. Unfortunately, the Blaze Jet Propulsion will not connect. Greymane finishes out the objective area. And Boogans are on the warpath for a map number 1 win. Map number 2 win, sorry, brain. Fire Stomp from Diablo, a little flailing swipe, pushes back a Smork Killer, who's gonna get jumped on by the Punisher. Miniature Black Hole going out from Gazlowe, but it doesn't seem like it matters. Bandit, that is a stinky fart, dude. Whew. That is stinky, dude. Well, with Bandit Stinky Fart, that is gonna be map number 2 going over to the side of Boogans Forever. They take this best of 3 series in a 2-0. GG, well played. Farted in his sleep, dude. Oh god, that is stinky. Oh, that is stinky, dude. Woo-wee. Well, not bad, not bad. Medivh, does Medivh finish baseline quest? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Let's pay out those believers. Thank you, doubters, for putting some channel points on the line. Well, with that, we're going to get into another best of 3. I'll take this time to run some ads. Oh, I forgot to do my spiel. If you're watching on Twitch, follow if you want to support the stream further. Every little bit helps if you got Prime Gaming. And you'd like to use that, that helps out. We are aiming to get Partner Plus, so if you feel generous and you'd like to start a Tier 1 sub and continue that for more than 3 months, that is super duper appreciated, because that is how we get closer and closer to Partner Plus. Of course, Tier 2s are worth 2 sub points, and Tier 3s are worth 6 sub points. I need 100 sub points held for 3 months straight, which I believe will be calculated in May. So if we can hold that over till May, that'll be super helpful.